Hello, mate. This episode of the Building Brands podcast features our guest, Xenia Coker-Espina. She's the head of growth at Optix Solutions in Devon. Who are Optix Solutions, I hear you ask? Well, they describe themselves as on LinkedIn as an award-winning digital marketing agency based in Exeter in Devon. They go on to say Optix Solutions is an award-winning strategic digital marketing and creative agency based in Exeter, Devon. We work in collaboration with our clients to ensure their requirements of their business are met whilst maintaining a personal touch. We're proud to have worked for many clients in Devon and beyond, including Met Office, Devon Partnership NHS Trust, University of Exeter, Tozers, Michael Spears and The Drum. Well done, Optix Solutions. As I say, Xenia is their head of growth. And we weren't even connected on LinkedIn before this. In fact, we only share 64 mutual connections. This could go badly. You join us as Xenia is terrified that I don't have the questions written down. Hopefully this goes okay. See you on the other side. Write this down.
Yeah, what if you forget the question?
Well, then you'll be like that.
I have the questions there.
That's good. That's great. We'll just reach over.
Fine. Yeah, no one will see it. We'll just grab the papers, read it.
Yeah. We can cut it all out in the edit.
Brilliant.
Excellent. So, okay, I've got two things that I need to clarify first.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad I've spat in the first 3 seconds. Don't spit
camera.
on the guest. The first one is, I said your name as they would say it in Cornwall, because
okay.
I've got a friend whose grandmother has the same spelling of their first name as you, and they say Xenia.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, so I'm like that. Oh, I got this because I know a Cornish woman with this name. She's like 93, lives in Newlyn, and I'm like that. I've never heard of Xenia. Is it a Cornish name? And she's like that. Yeah. Well, no, it's not a Cornish. No, hang on. I can't do Cornwall. But anyway, she says it's not a Cornish name. It's a Newlyn and Penzance name.
See, I didn't know that.
No.
So.
But how do we pronounce your name?
So I pronounce it Xenia.
Xenia.
But this name exists in lots of different places and lots of different countries, so everyone pronounces it differently. And everyone gets really confused in the UK because they see the X and they're like, how do I pronounce this X?
Yeah, of course.
And I get all sorts of variations.
So Xenia.
Xenia.
Xenia. Xenia.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely. And then before we get into the meat of the thing, I've got like friends who live in Australia and America and India, China, all over Europe, and live and work over there. And they've all got different stories as to why they moved out and stayed over there. Why do we have the benefit of someone like you here with us?
That's a very interesting question, and the answer is not very straightforward.
It never is.
Very random why I'm in Exeter. So I studied my degree in English, which allowed me to do 1-year exchange. So my 3rd year of my degree, I was able to go to Glasgow, which still doesn't answer the question of why I'm in Exeter.
And also, they don't speak English. They speak Glaswegian.
Which is even better.
Yeah, terrifying.
Extra challenge. Right, so I was there and I didn't know that the accent was going to be so different.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I know some English from school, I'll be fine. No, I didn't understand anything, but
no,
it was
I don't.
Fine.
Wow.
Yeah, but then when I was there, I really enjoyed being abroad for a year and practicing my English and really, improving my English and meeting so many people from different parts of the world. So I was like, I like this, discovering different places and being abroad. And then I met my now husband, who is from Scotland. So then I had to move back to Barcelona to finish my degree. And during that year, my husband found a job in Exeter, so that was random.
Yeah.
And then
He was up in Scotland.
From Glasgow to Exeter.
Wow.
So he moved to Exeter, and then I finished my degree, and I was like, right, I'm looking for a marketing job. And there was a marketing opportunity in Exeter. I was like,
wow.
well, I like you. I like the job. Let's
Nice.
try this. And honestly, I came to Exeter with the smallest suitcase, being like, I don't know what I'm doing. I was very young. I was maybe 20, 21.
Absolutely
like,
fearless.
Yeah, let's go. Let's see. Well, what's this Exeter thing? Let's try it. And, you know, I've been here for, 8, 9 years now in Exeter.
Wow.
So, yes, I was early 20s, and now I'm 30. So,
wow.
yes.
Wow.
And I love it. Yeah, I really like Exeter.
Very different from Barca.
Yes, it is different from Barcelona, but it's not as cold as Glasgow. So
that's true.
You know,
it's almost. It's like the halfway house, climate-wise.
Exactly. You know, I was like, Spain, Glasgow, okay.
Yeah,
Exeter sounds like a good middle point, and it's not too far from Barcelona if I want to fly there.
Yeah, of course. And can you fly from Exeter?
I go from Bristol usually.
Great airport at Bristol, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love Bristol Airport. It's so tiny and great.
Yeah, it's fast usually.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah.
Also, it's like 10 minutes from me, which is so I'm massively biased towards
Yeah, of
it.
course.
But yeah, that's nice. A nice flight from Barca to Bristol. My wife, who you just met, who's here working on one of your desks, thank you very much. For my birthday, just after we got together, she said, "Just bring your passport. We'll go to the airport." And we went to Barcelona, for a weekend. And my mind was blown. What a great city.
Yeah.
Great people, great
beautiful,
food.
yeah.
The architecture's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to finish your churches. That's the only thing.
That's a fair point. You're taking too long.
Yeah.
But, you know, people still come to visit.
Yeah, they love the unfinished one.
Yeah, I know, right?
If anything, it's the most popular. That's cool. So was that job at Optix Solutions, the Exeter job, or was that somewhere else?
No, so I started working at Lightfoot.
Okay.
So Lightfoot, is a company in Exeter. I don't know if you know it, but they have a product which is like a little device that goes on people's cars and helps people drive better.
Right.
And gives them rewards if they drive better.
Oh, yeah, I do.
So their main product is for fleet drivers. All the fleet drivers have this product on their dashboard, and then it tells their managers how they are driving, gives them lots of data and everything. So I had to do marketing for that product, mainly for fleet drivers, but also for consumers, and that would like to be involved in all these rewards.
Right.
Thing. And it was good for the environment as well, because if you drive better, it's better for the environment.
Yeah.
It had lots of benefits like this. So
Nice.
that was my first job here in Exeter.
Right.
Lightfoot, and then the marketing team.
Ah, okay. And then you subsequently, how long have you been here at Optix Solutions?
I've been at Optix for 6 years. I think the Optix anniversary is on the 1st of August.
Right.
So tomorrow?
Wow.
6 years.
Yes, it is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Will there be a party, do you think?
Well, we actually have a social booked for tomorrow. It wasn't because of my anniversary, but I will mention it.
We know it's for the anniversary. Come on, they know. Oh, nice. And what's your role here at Optix?
So I am the head of growth at Optix, which means I am basically the first point of contact when a new business is looking for marketing help.
Okay.
Basically. So I'm the first person who will talk to that business and really understand what they are looking for, what are their challenges, their goals, and then see if we are the right fit, if we can help them, and put together this initial kind of marketing plan for them, which then will be executed by the rest of the team at Optix.
Nice.
So head of growth.
That's quite an interesting balance, isn't it? When you, because as part of your responsibility is to bring in revenue, profitable revenue, and part of your responsibility is to make sure that as the client isn't sort of sold something that they don't need, or it doesn't meet their goals. And I love the way you put it. Are we the right fit for them and for that? How do you balance that?
Well, with the experience of 6 years now, I can say that it works out well if you find the right client for us.
Yeah.
Because what we want is we're looking for these long-term relationships so that we can grow together.
Yeah.
If there's no point in me selling something really quick just because we need money that month.
Yeah.
If that client is not going to benefit from that,
Yeah.
and after that they won't work with us anymore.
Yeah.
So I prefer to spend more time at the very start of the relationship to really understand the business, what they really, really need from marketing. And sometimes they come to me asking for one thing, and I have to challenge that because maybe it's not the right thing. And I'm like, actually, have you thought about that?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, let's talk about this. That could be interesting. So that happens quite a lot, and it's that conversation at the start that makes the long-term relationship more successful. And we want clients to stay with us for years. We have clients for 20, 25 years that have been with Optix for a very long time.
Wow, they must be like Tyrannosaurus Rexes. Can they type with their tiny arms? 25 years on the online. Wow, that's almost as old as I've been. It's not quite as long as I've been working in the industry. God, that's a long time. Wow, okay, that's really interesting. I love the way you put that you find them as the right fit, and you make sure that you take your time on the process so that they're going to be, I think the Americans would say, so you're going to both get good lifetime value out of the relationship.
That's a good way.
Yeah, gross, but it works, right?
But yeah.
Okay, so why do you do that? Because you started in marketing, right?
Yes.
So why do you're basic, like if we're being binary about it, you're now sales.
Yes, it is. Traditionally, it would be called a sales role, isn't it?
Head of growth makes you sound less of an arsehole.
Yeah. Head of growth, it sounds cool.
Yeah, it does.
And yeah, the reason why I have this title and not a sales title is because my background is not in sales. I'm not a salesperson. I've been doing marketing all my life, and it just happened that now, instead of doing the actual marketing, I really enjoy the strategy side of things.
Good, isn't it?
So yeah, so it's like the first stage of challenging people and understanding what they need and giving them the initial plan and direction. I enjoy that part a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I moved to this role. And yeah, it's different, right? Because there's lots of different salespeople that work in different ways.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what makes me different, which is because I'm a marketing person actually doing the sales role.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, very different. Very different.
Yeah.
But then it gives you a whole different perspective.
Yes.
On that journey from them being an inquiry to, or someone that you meet at an event or whatever, to being a potential customer.
Yeah.
There are people who are solution sales who have a similar mindset, I think, but because I'm a salesman, so my background has always been really early in my career. It's just been sell it.
Yeah.
I was selling printers when I first started, so actually it didn't really matter if the printer was a fit, because it wasn't a relationship thing for a long. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And if the printer wasn't a fit, doesn't matter. I'll sell them another one next year. Dial the phone, sell another printer, which is not what you're doing at all. But there are still people like me who are kind of dinosaurs, who kind of. It's really difficult if they sell the sort of services that you guys are offering, the sort of marketing services and particularly the digital stuff. If they're not thinking like you are, I think that's really. There should be more people like you, I think.
Yeah, oh, thank you, yeah. And in terms of like why I do what I do, like marketing, I've always really loved marketing, I think, probably since school.
Right.
I think one of my favorite subjects were marketing and also psychology, which are very related, aren't they? Like, so it was all about like how people work, how people think, what motivates people, what makes people make a decision this way or the other. And I just really enjoyed the whole, understanding people. Yeah. And that side of marketing. And then, when I started working in marketing, I learned how big marketing is as well. Because, I didn't quite realize that when I was studying it initially. I thought marketing was one job title. Yeah. And then I started working in marketing in Lightfoot, in-house marketing team. It was like 10 people, all with different job titles, all doing marketing. I was like, wow. Yeah. how many skills are in marketing that I didn't realize initially.
Mm-hmm.
That really surprised me.
Yeah.
Like we had copywriters, a videographer, a PR person, content writer, like lots of different things. And then I was more in the digital marketing side of things, which was what I really liked.
Do you still enjoy that? Is that and I guess Optix is known for digital more than perhaps branding, or have I got that wrong?
No, that's a really good question. So Optix initially, well, when it was founded, it was a website agency.
Of course.
That then started with SEO, because SEO was the new thing. I mean, that was 25 years ago.
Yeah.
So websites started being a thing then. And, Al always says that he had to explain to business owners that they needed a website.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, I don't need that.
Yeah, come back in 3 years if the internet's still a thing.
I don't know about that. So it was website, and then SEO started existing, and then Optix started doing SEO, and then when social media was a thing, Optix were doing social media. So the background of Optix is all in digital marketing. Now we're not doing websites anymore in terms of development. We focused on the digital marketing and branding as well. So now we do all the branding and creative, but it's quite new from the last few years.
Right, okay.
But
So branding and creative, digital, does that encompass, like, obviously if you're doing strategy, would you do a strategy for the SEO side of things, the kind of the social media side of things, the email and all of the other various PPC and
exactly.
all of that stuff?
So we can do a full strategy to look at the main goals of the business, what they want to achieve commercially, and then how marketing will support that commercial goal, and then look at all the channels based on their audience and recommend the right ones. So that's like the more generic strategy, initial marketing plan. But then we can also dig into each one of the platforms and say, okay, let's audit what you've done here and create a strategy to improve results for each one of those.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, so you have a really interesting job.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Because you get to do that at the high level before you have to drill into the real detail to actually do the thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Nice.
It's really good.
So and this might be a question that you can answer about Optix, or it might be a question that you can answer about you, or maybe it's a mixture of the two.
Yeah.
How do you do what you do differently from everybody else?
One of the things that makes me quite different here in Devon, at least, is that my first language is not English, and I have more experience in terms of other cultures, and I have this awareness of other cultures, and I have another language as well. So that helps me a lot, especially when talking to those bigger global clients, international businesses that are potentially selling in different markets, and I have this kind of awareness, and sometimes my Spanish language also helps me when talking to someone who's Spanish.
Yeah.
And I can do marketing for Spain as well in
Yeah.
Spanish, so that's like something different and a different skill that really helps with these conversations. The fact that I'm in the sales role but with my marketing background, so that's different. The second thing is I'm working in an agency, but because I'm in this head of growth role, I'm also doing marketing in-house.
Of course.
So I am a marketing person at Optix, doing marketing for Optix, not just for our clients.
Yeah.
So that's quite different as well, and not many people have this role where it's like marketing agency but doing marketing for the agency. So that's really cool because I have to learn every day about like what's important now for marketing, because I need to apply it for Optix.
Yeah.
And it's good to have like a team around me that are experts in marketing, and they know all the trends, they are up to date with everything, and I can get to use all of this knowledge from the team to then apply it for Optix, and also recommend it to people I speak to, new businesses that are interested in working with us. I can say, oh, I know all of these trends, all of these things that are happening because my team are researching on this, they are telling me, but also I've been applying this to Optix, and this is what works, what doesn't work.
That's really good.
It's like an extra layer of information.
Yeah. Do you, when you're wearing those, I mean, you're probably wearing more than two hats, but we've got the kind of marketing hat and the business development hat. When you're doing that marketing and sales role, you've got both of those roles together. is that an easy thing to manage your time on, or how do you manage your time to do both of those things?
It's all about priorities.
Right.
So you cannot do everything, and that's what I had to learn.
Oh God, I wish I'd met you years ago.
Yeah, it's just so many times I want to do everything, but I'm like, no, I cannot do everything. So which one of these tasks will give me more success in my role? Like, okay, what do I need my role to do? I need to grow Optix. I need to get leads. I need to sell the right things. And there's so many things that you could do. Like, you could do lots of videos. You could do lots of social media posts. You could do lots of email marketing. You could call lots of people. But I'm like, okay, what works? What doesn't work? I try to choose 3 things to stay focused on that year. And then there's going to be other ideas coming to you.
Yeah.
Usually you try to say no or yes depending on how good they are or how they are aligned with your goals. But I try to focus on 3 things. So at the moment it's events. We are organizing 2 events, one in August and one in September. So that's a key focus of mine, which I'm using it for both lead generation but also the content of an event is marketing. Yeah. So like, okay.
And a bit of branding, brand awareness in the locality of the events.
Exactly. So it works for everything.
What are the events?
So the first one is the webinar on GEO, so Generative Engine Optimization, which is
Thank you for
a
that.
massive thing. Yeah.
I'd have been like that. Oh God, it's AI, but I can't remember how to do that.
You used to. You're not doing
No.
anymore.
I just can't remember how to put the letters together right. Which version of it is that? Okay, so generative engineering optimization.
Yeah, so that's such a big topic now, and everyone is wondering what they need to do.
Yeah.
Because everyone is searching in different ways, businesses appear in different ways, AI overviews, ChatGPT recommendations.
Yeah.
So every business, like, okay, we know we have to do something about this. We know we have to change something, but we don't even know where to start, what to do, and it's quite overwhelming for marketing leaders especially, because they are being told by everyone in the business, oh, there's this AI thing happening. Are you on top of this? and you know, it's such a big and new thing that you cannot know everything AI. So
yeah, of course, I know all about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. So we're like, okay, we can help with this specific topic, which is how to do SEO with the AI landscape, basically. So that's the webinar for August.
Nice. And are there still places available?
I think there's like 10.
Okay, all right. I think this is going to go out in the 2nd week of August. So if there's still places, which it sounds like there won't be, we'll put a link in the description.
And we'll do more events, I'm sure. Because this one has been super popular, more than we thought it was going to be. So so we're like, we probably have to do it again. And because things will change again, probably in the next 3 months.
Nah, just keep putting it out for the next 5 years. Just roll the same thing.
Yeah. I feel like tomorrow we'll be like, this is not relevant anymore.
Yeah, exactly. If you didn't do it yesterday, you now need to do this and more of it. Cool. Oh, that's good. So I really like the idea of obviously prioritising, but I really like the idea of having 3 kind of like pillars to what it is you do throughout the year. Do you have like an overarching sort of content and or activity strategy for the whole year as well? Have you got that all laid out? You sound like the sort of person who's got at least one big spreadsheet.
I have a few spreadsheets. I try, as I said, I try to simplify things so that we don't lose focus, because we've tried in like maybe 3 years ago. When I started the planning for the year, I had so many ideas and I put all of these ideas in a spreadsheet, and then at the end of the year I saw the ideas from the start and what we had actually done, and I was like, okay, we have to prioritize some of these because we're not going to get to do everything, and there's going to be new things that happen as well that you cannot predict. So now I do have a content plan, and I have a spreadsheet with all the different months and tactics and key topics for each month and key events that we want to put. But I also give some flexibility to that, because there's going to be new opportunities that I might not know now that we could have. But so
that's
it's a balance of planning, simplifying that a lot, but then finding new opportunities as well and being open to that.
Fabulous. this is such useful stuff.
Yeah.
Particularly for people, because there are a lot of people in the building brands community who seem to have a role that is either really sales adjacent, or is like yours, where they're in sales and they need to be doing marketing, or they were in marketing but actually they're the first port of call for anybody who inquires. So having this kind of useful input from you is going to be great. Thank you so much for that. I love it. So if that's I mean, what a funny. I'm really looking forward to seeing where you are in like 3 or 4 years, because it's a funny career that you've got.
Yeah.
And isn't it weird? I've got lots of friends at the moment who've got children who are in their late teens, coming up to university age.
Yeah.
And they're all like, well, you've got to go and find a career. You've got to go. And I often think, you just got to go and try stuff. And then a bit like you, like, well, I was doing marketing because I thought I might like marketing. And now you're doing business development. And it's only 10 years. And we're normally alive quite a long time. You've created this like nice career for yourself by just being open to new opportunities, by the sound of things. Is that a fair assessment?
I think that's exactly right, because when people ask me what do you want to do in the next 10, 15 years, I never want to have like a fixed answer to my future, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like when I started in marketing, really my degree was in business, and that was on purpose because I wanted to learn more about a business than just one thing. And I didn't want to just choose one path for myself forever. So I thought, okay, let's do business. Let's see what I can learn here and what I really like. And then it was then that I chose, okay, marketing is the one that I really like.
Yeah.
And when I started working on it, I really enjoyed it. But then I didn't want to say I'm going to do marketing forever. And also at the start, I was more of a marketing generalist, doing a bit of everything, really. And then I thought, I really like digital marketing. So I started going that path. But then I didn't want to say, I'm going to be a PPC person forever. Even though I really enjoyed PPC, I was like, maybe that's my path. But I didn't want to say, this is it. That's an option.
Yeah.
But then I thought, I really like the strategy conversations and the initial planning of, everything before we start doing all the tactics. So then when this role came up, I was like, I need to try this. I think I would really enjoy this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems to suit your. There are people who have got, who have a very around their knowledge, have a very tight focus.
Yeah.
And they've got real depth of knowledge, but it's very, very focused. Whereas it sounds like, and I'm like this, so maybe I'm projecting a little here, but this much, but without necessarily so much depth. You've got some more depth in other places, but you know about lots of bits.
Yeah.
And that there's a place for both, obviously, because you need specialists.
Absolutely.
But I think someone in your role with that general idea about all of it. I mean, we're only talking about all of digital marketing and branding.
Yeah, I cannot know all of it.
Exactly.
It's so big. It's like
exactly.
AI.
Yeah.
This episode of the Building Brands podcast is brought to you by RevOps Mentor. That's actually me. I help sales, marketing, and the software that powers them work in harmony to drive bigger profits for scale-ups and enterprise-level clients. If you've got a problem with sales, if you've got a problem with marketing, if you've got a problem with HubSpot, or if you've got a problem with all three, hit me up on LinkedIn. My details are in the description. If you'd like to be a sponsor of the Building Brands podcast in future, also hit me up on LinkedIn. Let's talk about how we can get you in front of the thousands of people we communicate with every month. They all work in marketing, and some of them are founders. Perfect for a business like yours. And while I've got you, just a reminder that tickets for our brilliant Building Brands conference in Bristol on September the 11th are live right now. Head over to building-brands.co.uk and pick up one for you and a few for your team. We'll see you there.
What would you go back and tell your younger self?
Yes, so I probably have maybe 3 key things.
Oh, this is brilliant.
My younger self. So the first one is, obviously, I'm Spanish. My accent is not English.
Spanish, not Catalan.
Well, I'm Catalan.
Okay.
Technically also Spanish.
Yeah.
But
Do you
yeah,
prefer Catalan or?
Yes, yeah.
I know we're edging into politics here.
Yeah, I don't want to go too much into.
She's Catalan.
Yeah, I'm Catalan. Yes. When people ask me where are you from, I usually say Barcelona.
Yeah.
And I'm lucky that Barcelona is a place that people know, so
Yeah.
I don't have to explain.
Yeah, exactly.
Here or there. So yeah. So something that I was very nervous about when I first started working in like a proper office job in the UK as a Catalan person, I thought, wow, my English is not perfect. How am I gonna have like a serious job where you have to talk about serious business things and business topics and write serious emails that have to be perfect, but I cannot do that. Like, how am I gonna do that? And I really, really struggled. And I remember staying quiet lots of times during meetings because I was just thinking about, I have this great idea, but how am I gonna say it in a way that it's the perfect sentence, and I would then not say anything about it because in my mind, I stopped listening to what was happening in the meeting and I was just thinking, okay, this is my idea. How do I say it? Okay, this is the noun, this is the verb, this is how I need to say it. Like, oof, no, I think I need to say it in a different way. No, that sounds too forced. No, I think, how would an English person say it? And that was all playing in my mind. And what I realized is that yes, it's important to have good English to be able to communicate, but it's absolutely fine to make mistakes. And your English doesn't have to be perfect to be able to communicate a good idea and to add value to a meeting. So when I started doing that, and I saw that the feedback in the room was fine, was positive, no one was like, oh, you said that wrong, why are you saying it like this? No, everyone is respectful, everyone is good people in general.
You conjugated that verb terribly.
Exactly.
None of us know what the fuck that means, by the way. No one knows in England how that works.
I was thinking, the different tenses. I'm like, wow, how am I going to do that? But no,
Nobody
when
cares.
I started just speaking and saying, this is my idea, this is what I think. And people were, just receiving these ideas and saying, yeah, good idea, let's do this, let's do that. I thought, oh, that works, okay, let's do more of that. And I think I would say that to my younger self, to worry less about having the perfect English and just go for it, speak. Of course, it's good to keep learning English because that will make you more confident.
Yeah.
But don't stay quiet just because you don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think that works for junior people in all sorts of roles, even if they are in an office where everybody speaks their first language.
Yeah.
Because so many of us are burdened down by, well, how do I make this sound professional? How do I use the right words? When, as you know, because you've been there and done it, except in a different language, it doesn't really matter as long as the idea is sound and you're surrounded by half decent people. They're going to take care of you and help pull the threads of the idea if it's difficult to get out.
Exactly.
Or your ideas, in your case, are just great enough. So,
I mean, not always, but
no,
but
just 99% of the time.
I just remember sometimes having really good ideas and being so frustrated that I couldn't say it.
That's great. Cool.
But yeah, that would be one of the first things because I just remember really struggling with that part early in my career. The second thing is always trying to learn more about how businesses work and how they operate. Because even if I was in a marketing role and initially I was very specialized on this is digital marketing, this is how social media works, this is how SEO works. But having the bigger context of, the business is trying to do this, there's commercial goals that we need to be aware of. Maybe this social media post is not the most important thing, but this is how it will help the business get to that point. I think that's so important to have as early in your career as possible to understand that. And, businesses are it's so difficult to create a business, keep the business and grow a business. And the more I learn about it, the more I understand how, complex it is. And I have massive respect for all business owners that have to do this job and that sometimes don't sleep because they are so focused on their business and growing that. And just like learning more about.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's the gold right there.
Yeah.
And that's why you're great at growth sales side of things as well. That really helps because so many people are like, okay, well, I know enough about how all businesses work that I can know how I can sell them stuff, and it's simply not the case.
Yeah.
The more you can understand about each individual business and different categories, oh mate, that's great.
Yeah.
I love it, and it's so interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I always find it amazing when people are like, so I work for a company at the moment that cleans up oil spills, and they sell everything from blue paper towels that soaks up some oil to gravel that you throw on, stones that you throw on the garage floor when you've dropped engine oil, to stuff that hangs off the bottom of a helicopter. And it's like, I just knew them for the blue paper towels when I started working with them. But you get into all of the stuff, and then the way that works. I mean, I've been working with businesses for 30-something years, and this is completely new. Everything they do is radically different to everything I learned before. And it's just such a good thing to be, oh, wow, this is great. Give me more new stuff.
There's always something new.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's so many times I'm talking to new businesses, and like you, I'm like, wow, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know this business did this other thing, and there's businesses for everything.
Yeah.
Every single thing that you see, there's a business behind that, and it's really a lot of fun.
Brilliant. So, being confident about stuff, even if it's in your second language, and being learning more and more and more about business and how marketing can support the overall goals of the business. Gorgeous.
Yes,
Love it.
Yeah, these two are probably the main ones. And if I had to say a third one,
which you absolutely have to, because you said you were gonna.
I said three, right? So now I cannot.
You promised us three.
Say two, and now I don't remember the third one.
We can end there.
I do remember the third one. So one of the key things that I think probably lots of marketing people struggle with, because I used to struggle with that, is that when you're in a marketing job, especially in-house, you have lots of people in the business from different departments coming to you with requests.
Yeah.
And as the marketing person, especially if you're a bit more junior, you feel like you have to say yes to everything. And there's requests of like all types, like, oh, can you do this newsletter? Can you do photos here? Can you organize this event? And there's no like, if there's no clear plan or clear strategy, it's very easy to say yes to everything, and you're busy constantly because of all of these requests.
Yeah.
And that happens with agencies as well, as in when we're talking to clients, it's very easy to say yes to everything a client wants, and sometimes we need to stop and say, wait, how is this helping your goals? And it could be that someone internally in their business have asked them to do this, but it's not actually what they need at this point. So I guess this third thing as a summary is being comfortable saying no when it's not the right thing for your business, and it's just a good idea.
Can I dig into that a little bit?
Yes, of course.
What have you got any? Can you remember any times when you've had to say no, and how do you present that? How do you push back in a way that doesn't get you fired by either as an agency or as a human?
Yeah, no, that's a fair point. I think what worked really well for me is having a piece of paper with a written plan, even if it was a spreadsheet saying top priorities are this, this, and this, and the reason why is because we're trying to achieve this. So if a new idea comes here, it's easier to show this piece of paper and say, okay, this is a great idea, but these are the priorities, and I really think these priorities will really help with the goal. This idea, if we do it, we'll have to remove one of these three things that are really key for the business right now. And then you help this person understand that, oh, even though it's a good idea, it might not be the right time. So we can write it in a list of ideas for maybe the plan for next year, because maybe it is a good idea. It could be that it's, a good plan. But yeah, that's what I used to do. I would just have this piece of paper with the key things for the year and say, okay, if we add this, we'll have to remove that.
Yeah,
what
brilliant.
Do you think?
Brilliant. So it's almost like a negotiation.
Yes.
Like, I can do that, but I'm going to take this away.
Yeah, and it's less personal as well. It's not about like, it's your idea versus mine. It's, this is what's good for the business, and we are both working to do the best for this business. So let's negotiate.
Brilliant. That And
Yeah.
that's how you say no to a client or your boss. That's brilliant.
Yeah, it works for both, and that helps everyone as well. Like, if I have good ideas and people were doing every single idea I had, it wouldn't help anyone, because we need someone who collects all of these ideas and gives focus and gives a purpose to all of these and direction. Otherwise, everyone is
Doing everything all of the
busy work.
time. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's helpful to say no. It's good.
Love it. Love it. That is, well, thank you so much. You've
you.
absolutely, I've so enjoyed speaking to you. It's been really, really fascinating, and I've learned a lot. I hope everybody else has who's watching or listening. Watch, it's better. Where can people find you online? I presume you're on LinkedIn.
Yes. Yeah,
Cool.
Of course, marketing, growth.
Yeah, you've got to be.
I am on LinkedIn.
Okay, we'll put you in we'll put a link to you in the description. What do you normally share on LinkedIn? Are you active there?
I am quite active, and especially everyone at Optix is quite active,
Okay.
sharing lots of trends and what's happening in the marketing space.
Okay.
So yeah, I share a lot of marketing updates, AI in marketing updates as well, any events that we do, training that we do for businesses, so that we all share on
Okay.
LinkedIn page.
Brilliant. So really useful to show you there. Anywhere else that people should follow you?
Mainly LinkedIn, and they can find the Optix website as
Of
well,
course.
and follow the Optix LinkedIn page as well.
Cool.
Which has even more information.
I will put links to those in the description. Thank you so much, Xenia. It's just
Thank
been
you.
so much fun. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I absolutely adored Xenia's method of gentle pushback on that pushy boss or that pushy client who wants you to add more things to your already full priorities list. I love the way she had a method for pushing back that was non-judgmental, non-emotional, and really logical. Excellent stuff. Thanks so much to Xenia for being part of the pod, and the whole team down at Optix, who made me feel really at home. They even lent my wife Nicola a desk and allowed us to bring our dog into their office. Absolutely fabulous gang. You should use them. If you get a moment, please hit like, hit subscribe down below, and drop a comment on the way that you push back against your pushy boss. Talking of bosses, our next guest is Gemma Boss from Chalk and Ward. I look forward to speaking with her and seeing you next time. Can you hear that child screaming?